There is a specific reason you found this message today, and I want you to listen very closely because what I am about to tell you is not a coincidence. It is a confirmation. You have been feeling something different in the atmosphere around you, haven't you? A subtle shift. Maybe you couldn't quite put words to it, but for the last few days, or perhaps just the last few hours, there has been a sensation that the heavy fog you have been walking through is lifting. You might be wondering why things suddenly feel lighter, or perhaps why you feel a sudden, intense need for solitude and peace. I'm here to tell you that a pivotal shift just occurred in the spiritual realm, and it was triggered by you. It wasn't a grand gesture, it wasn't a public speech, it was triggered by a seemingly insignificant choice you made privately. In a fleeting moment of decision, you chose a different path. You resisted a familiar negative impulse, a pattern that has governed your reactions for years, and instead you chose stillness. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. This single act of quiet obedience, unseen by any human eye, did not go unnoticed in heaven. God himself leaned forward, not just because of the action, but because of the transformation it represented. You broke a cycle. I need you to understand the magnitude of what just happened. We often think that spiritual warfare is won on big stages or through loud prayers, but the true battles, the ones that shift bloodlines and alter destinies, are fought in the quiet moments of your mind. Think back to that moment recently. You know the one. Someone provoked you. A situation arose at work or perhaps with a family member that usually triggers a spiral of anxiety, anger, or fear in you. The old you, the version of you from 5 or 10 years ago, would have reacted. You would have defended yourself. You would have lashed out, or you would have collapsed into worry. But this time, something incredible happened. You stopped. You took a breath. You chose not to engage. You chose to forgive silently, or to remain quiet under provocation, or to persevere when every fiber of your being wanted to quit. That was the moment. That was the victory. And I am telling you, God smiled in joy. Not just a smile of observation, but a smile of profound pride, because angels rushed to you in that exact second. Before we go any deeper into what the angels are doing for you right now, I need you to verify this in your own spirit. If you know that you have recently made a choice to act differently, to respond with grace instead of anger, or faith instead of fear, I want you to like this video right now. Let that like be a physical signal that you are acknowledging this shift. And as you do that, ask yourself, why did that small moment feel so heavy? Because it wasn't just a choice, it was a transaction. You see, for years, the enemy has had a strategy against you. If you are over the age of 35, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have seen patterns repeat in your life. Maybe it is a cycle of financial struggle, or a cycle of broken relationships, or a pattern of self-doubt that creeps in every time you are about to succeed. These are not accidents. These are spiritual assignments. The enemy studies your coordinates. He knows that if he pushes button A, you will react with response B. He relies on your predictability. He relies on the fact that when you are tired or hungry or stressed, you will fall back into the old ways. But this time, you shocked the system. You altered your spiritual coordinates. By choosing silence, by choosing the higher road, you became unpredictable to the kingdom of darkness. Imagine a chess game where your opponent has been studying your moves for decades. They know exactly where you will move your knight, but suddenly you make a move that isn't in their playbook. You make a move based on the wisdom of God, not the impulse of the flesh. That is what you did. And because you did that, the enemy's entire strategy against you was thrown into disarray. The confusion in the enemy's camp right now is palpable. They are trying to recalibrate, but they cannot, because you have ascended to a new level of spiritual maturity. This is why you might be feeling a strange mix of exhaustion and relief. The exhaustion is the residue of the battle you just fought in your mind. The relief is the physical evidence that the weight has been lifted. But here is the most beautiful part, and this is what I want to focus on: God's joy. We often view God as a strict judge, waiting for us to mess up. But the scripture tells us he delights in the prosperity and the progress of his servants. When you made that choice, God didn't just see a person resisting temptation. He saw a child growing up. He saw the fruit of the Spirit, patience, kindness, self-control, manifesting in real time. It was a little thing to the world. Maybe you just didn't send that angry text message. Maybe you just chose to smile at a rude cashier. But secret obedience is measured differently in the kingdom. That small act carried immense weight. It weighed more on the scales of eternity than 1,000 public sermons. And because of that joy, God issued a command. Angels were dispatched. I want you to visualize this. The Bible tells us that angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. When you passed this test, you unlocked a new level of clearance. New supplies were needed for where you are going. You proved you can handle the pressure, so now you can handle the blessing. The angels that rush to you are bringing specific things. Some are bringing protection, reinforcing the hedge around your home and your mind. Others are bringing provision, resources that you didn't even know you needed, but will appear exactly when required. And some are bringing clarity. Have you noticed that your vision seems clearer? Not your physical eyesight, but your ability to discern people and situations. That is an angelic impartation. You are seeing things as they are, not as you fear them to be. This is a direct reward for your obedience. The persistent lie that you're not doing enough, that your progress is invalid, was silenced today. You demonstrated a change that the old version of you couldn't have managed. Think about the version of you in your 20s. Would that person have been able to hold their tongue? Would that person have been able to trust God in the silence? Probably not. You have grown, and this message is your divine timestamp, confirming the profound impact of what you have already done. Now I have to share something with you that might be a bit challenging to hear, but it is necessary for your next step. The reason the resistance was so strong right before you made that choice, remember how hard it was, remember the physical tension in your chest, is because the enemy knew what was on the other side of that decision. The opposition is always loudest right before the breakthrough. You were feeling the pressure of a spiritual blockade that was trying to keep you in the old cycle. But you pushed through, you won, and now you must stay vigilant. The enemy will try to test this new ground. He will want to see if this was a one-time fluke or if this is your new nature. This brings us to a critical point about your identity as a chosen one. Being chosen doesn't mean life is easy. It means your life is a training ground. It means your responses matter more. People are watching you, even when you think they aren't. Your children, your colleagues, your community, they are reading your life like a book. When you broke that cycle, you didn't just free yourself, you created a pathway for others to follow. You showed that it is possible to respond with dignity in an undignified world. I want to pause here and ask you a question. What was the specific emotion you felt right after you made the right choice? Was it peace? Was it a sudden quietness? Or was it a sense of strength? I want you to type that one word in the comments below. Was it peace, strength, relief? Share it with the community. When you type that word, you are sealing the testimony. You are telling the universe, this is what obedience feels like. And as you read the comments of others, you will realize you are not alone in this. There is an army of silent warriors all over the world who are breaking cycles just like you. Now listen carefully, because the next revelation can change how you navigate the coming week. Because you have altered your spiritual coordinates, you are going to attract new opportunities. This is the law of the Spirit. Light attracts light. When you chose the high road, you raised your vibration. You aligned yourself with the frequency of heaven. Therefore, do not be surprised if sudden favor comes your way. Do not be surprised if people who used to ignore you suddenly want to help you. It is not because of your outer appearance. It is because of the light you are carrying. The angels that rush to you are clearing the path ahead. They are removing obstacles that you would have tripped over. But there is a warning here as well. With new levels come new devils. The enemy, now confused, will try to bait you back into the old patterns. He will try to present the same old triggers, perhaps in a different package. He might use a different person to try and get the same old reaction out of you. Do not fall for it. You have graduated. You don't go back to elementary school once you have a degree. When the bait appears, and it will appear, recognize it for what it is. It is a trap to lower your frequency. It is a trap to get you to forfeit your peace. Laugh at it, literally. Find the humor in the enemy's desperation. He has to use old tricks because he has no power over your new nature. God's joy over you is also a shield. The scripture says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." This isn't just a poetic phrase. It is a strategic reality. When you know God is smiling at you, you don't need the validation of people. You don't need to win the argument to feel valuable. You don't need to have the last word. You are secure. This security is what terrifies the darkness. A secure believer, a believer who knows their worth is found in their secret obedience to God, is the most dangerous weapon against evil. Let's go deeper into the concept of the angel rush. When we say angels rush to you, what does that look like practically? It looks like coincidences. You might find that you arrive at a place exactly at the right time to meet someone who has an answer you need. You might find that a bill is paid in a way you didn't expect. You might find that a health concern you were worried about suddenly resolves or turns out to be nothing. These are the footprints of angels. They are working behind the scenes, arranging the stage for your next season. Your job is to remain in that posture of stillness. Do not try to force doors open. Do not try to manipulate outcomes. Your secret obedience was the key that unlocked the door. Your continued trust will keep it open. I want to challenge you today. The next time you feel that familiar rise of frustration, that urge to control, that impulse to panic, stop. Remember this moment. Remember that God is watching, waiting to smile. Remember that angels are on standby, waiting for your signal. The signal is your obedience. The signal is your peace. Say to yourself, I am breaking the cycle. I am a cycle breaker. In fact, if you are ready to accept this mantle, if you are ready to be the one in your family line who changes the narrative, I want you to declare it. There is power in your declaration. Think about the generations before you. Think about the struggles your parents or grandparents faced. Many of them did the best they could, but they may have been trapped in cycles of emotional reaction or trauma. You are the one chosen to resolve it. You are the one selected to heal the bloodline. That is why the attacks have been so heavy on your life. That is why you have felt like the black sheep or the isolated one. You were set apart because you were strong enough to carry the solution. That moment of decision you made, it was healing your ancestry. It was rewriting the genetic code of your family's spiritual history. This is why the enemy hates you. He doesn't hate you because you are bad. He hates you because you are effective. He hates you because when you stay silent, you strip him of his power. He feeds on reaction. He feeds on drama. He feeds on fear. When you starve him of those things, he has to flee. You are starving the enemy and feeding your destiny. As we continue, I want to address the feeling of loneliness that often comes with this path. When you start making these higher choices, you may find that you don't fit in with your old crowd as well as you used to. You may find that conversations that used to interest you now seem shallow or draining. This is normal. It is a symptom of your elevation. Do not grieve the loss of things that no longer fit your future. God is pruning your life to make room for the new growth. The angels are not just bringing things to you, they are also escorting things away from you. They are removing toxic relationships, distracting habits, and draining commitments. Let them go. Trust that the void will be filled with something better. Let's talk about the micro rewards of the Spirit. Every time you choose the right path, you get a deposit of strength. Have you noticed that it is getting slightly easier? The first time you resisted the urge to react, it felt like lifting a heavy weight. The next time, it will be a little lighter. Eventually, peace will become your default setting. Chaos will become foreign to you. This is the process of sanctification, of becoming who you were always meant to be. You are building spiritual muscle. And just like physical muscle, it requires tension to grow. The tension you felt was necessary. It was the gym of the Spirit. Now, before I reveal the final key to maintaining this victory, I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel if this message is resonating with your spirit. We are building a community of chosen ones, people who are serious about their spiritual walk. By subscribing and turning on the notification bell, you ensure that you don't miss the next divine download. We are in this together, learning, growing, and breaking chains. Your subscription is a vote for this kind of content, a vote for light in a world of digital noise. The final key is this: gratitude. You must seal this victory with gratitude. Even if the situation hasn't fully resolved in the natural realm yet, thank God that it is done in the spiritual realm. Thank Him for the angels. Thank Him for the strength to be silent. Gratitude is the highest frequency. It is the ultimate act of faith. When you thank God before you see the physical manifestation, you are acting like Him. You are calling those things which are not as though they were. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to reflect on that moment of victory again. Replay it in your mind. Feel the satisfaction of having done the right thing. Let that feeling wash over you. That is the feeling of God's pleasure. That is the feeling of alignment. Sleep in that peace. Know that while you sleep, the angels are still working. They are rushing to set up your tomorrow. They are clearing the debris of the past. You're not the same person you were yesterday. You have leveled up. The enemy knows it. God knows it. The angels know it. Now you must know it. Walk with your head high, not in arrogance, but in the quiet confidence of a child of the King who knows they have pleased their Father. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are protected. The ripple effect of your choice is expanding right now. You may not see it, but that one act of obedience has touched lives you haven't even met yet. It has set a standard. It has proven that light is stronger than darkness. You are the living proof of God's grace. As you go about your day, pay attention to the little things. The enemy will try to minimize your victory. He will whisper, "It was just a small moment, it doesn't matter." Reject that lie immediately. Remind yourself, God smiled, angels rushed, I won. Keep that mantra in your heart. God smiled, angels rushed, I won. There is a destiny waiting for you that is bigger than you can imagine. But it requires the version of you that you are becoming. It requires the disciplined, peaceful, powerful you. You are stepping into that role now. The coat fits. Wear it well. I want to leave you with a challenge for the next 24 hours. Consciously look for one opportunity to repeat this victory. Look for one moment where you can choose kindness over irritation, silence over noise, faith over fear. Treat it like a game. Treat it like a divine assignment. And when you do it, know that heaven is applauding again. The cycle is broken. The new era has begun, and it began with you. Stay tuned to this frequency. Keep your spirit open. The best is truly yet to come. The angels are on the move. God is smiling, and you, my friend, are rising. Until next time, walk in your victory. The silence you kept was loud in heaven. The forgiveness you offered was a weapon of mass destruction against the enemy's plans. Do not underestimate your power. You are a sleeping giant that has finally woken up. The world needs your light. The world needs your peace. Let's consider for a moment the specific nature of the angels that were dispatched. In the ancient texts, angels have different ranks and functions. There are messenger angels, warrior angels, and angels of provision. When you broke that cycle, it wasn't just a generic dispatch. It was a specialized team. Warrior angels were sent to push back the darkness that has been hovering over your family. Messenger angels were sent to bring you new ideas and creative solutions for your problems. You might find yourself suddenly having an idea for a business or a solution for a relationship issue that has plagued you for years. That is the delivery. Receive it. Write it down. Do not let these divine downloads pass you by. Also consider the timing. Why now? Why did you finally have the strength to break the cycle now? Because you are entering a season of harvest. You cannot carry the baggage of the seed sowing season into the harvest season. You had to drop the heavy weights of anger and resentment to be able to carry the abundance that is coming. God waited until you were ready. He knew you could handle it. He didn't allow the temptation to be greater than your ability to resist. You proved him right. There is a profound intimacy in this message. It is between you and God. No one else needs to know the details of what you overcame. In fact, sometimes it is better to keep it secret. Mary pondered things in her heart. Sometimes sharing your victory too soon can invite envy or doubt from others who do not understand your journey. Treasure this secret. Let it be the fuel for your private prayer life. Lord, I did this for you. I chose peace for you. Now that is a sweet-smelling incense in the throne room. The enemy's strategy was to keep you in a loop of action and reaction, trigger and explosion, guilt and shame. By stepping out of the loop, you stepped into a straight line leading toward your purpose. The circular wandering is over. You are now moving forward. You are gaining ground. Every day you maintain this peace, you are walking further away from the version of you that was stuck. If you feel a sudden wave of emotion hearing this, let it flow. Tears are often the body's way of releasing the toxins of the past. It is a cleansing rain. You have been holding on to so much tension, trying to control everything, trying to protect yourself. You can put the shield down now. God is your shield. You can stop fighting in your own strength. The battle belongs to the Lord, and He has already declared you the winner. I want you to think about the people in your life who challenge you the most, the ones who drain your energy. From this day forward, view them differently. They are not your enemies. They are your personal trainers. They are the weights you lift to get stronger. When they act out, instead of getting angry, whisper a prayer for them. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That is the ultimate power move. That is the move that confuses hell. When you bless those who curse you, you become untouchable. This new level of authority you have carries responsibility. You must guard your ear gates and your eye gates. Be careful what you watch and what you listen to. Do not let the garbage of the world pollute the clean sanctuary you are building in your mind. Protect your peace as if it were a rare jewel, because it is. It was bought with a price. And remember, you are not doing this just for yourself. You are doing it for the chosen ones community. We are a collective body. When one of us wins, we all get stronger. Your victory adds to the momentum of light in the world. You are contributing to the global awakening. So take a deep breath. Inhale the grace of God. Exhale the stress of the past. You are here, now, in this moment, fully aligned, fully loved, fully seen. The shift has happened. The angels are here. The smile of God is upon you. Go in peace. Go in power. And never forget, the little things are the big things. Your secret obedience is your public promotion. This is your time. If you are still listening, it means your spirit is hungry. It means you are refusing to settle for a shallow existence. You want the deep things of God, and you shall have them. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. You are being filled right now, filled with hope, filled with courage. The enemy thought he had you. He thought you would break. He thought you would give up. But you surprised him. You surprised everyone. Maybe you even surprised yourself. That is the beauty of grace. It empowers you to do what you could not do on your own. Keep surprising the enemy. Keep choosing the high road. Keep listening to the still, small voice. It will never lead you astray. The coordinates have changed. You are not where you used to be. You are in a new place in the spirit. Look around. The air is different here. The possibilities are different here. Dream bigger. Ask for more. Believe for the impossible. Because when God smiles, the impossible becomes the inevitable. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for doing the hard work. Thank you for being a chosen one. We will speak again soon, but for now, sit in the victory. Let it soak in. You earned it. End of script. However, do not make the mistake of thinking the war is over just because the battle is won. This is where many chosen ones stumble. They achieve the breakthrough, they feel the peace, and then they drop their guard. They think they can go back to their old habits, their old environments, or their old ways of thinking, believing they are immune. Listen to me closely, because this next part is the seal that locks your victory in place forever. If you miss this, you leave the door open for the thief to return. There is a spiritual law known as the law of the vacuum. When you clean your house, when you cast out the negativity, the doubt, and the fear, you create an empty space. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you do not intentionally fill that space with light, with truth, and with new empowering habits, the old things will try to rush back in. And often, they come back stronger. You must occupy the territory you have conquered. You cannot just stand there. You must build. So what does this building look like for someone like you? Someone over 35 who has seen the harsh realities of life. It looks like intentionality. It means you wake up tomorrow and you do not reach for your phone first. You do not let the world dictate your mood before your feet even hit the floor. You claim the first 15 minutes of your day as holy ground. This is your tithe of time to the Creator. In that silence, you are downloading the strategy for the day. You are putting on your spiritual armor. I want to address a symptom many of you have been feeling lately but haven't been able to name. You might feel a sudden urge to distance yourself from people you have known for years. It feels like loneliness, but it is not. It is consecration. You are being set apart. The conversations that used to entertain you now drain you. The gossip that used to seem harmless now feels like poison to your spirit. Do not fight this feeling. Do not try to force yourself to fit into circles you have outgrown. You are an eagle, trying to walk with chickens. It will never work, and it will only frustrate you. This isolation is the incubator for your next level. It is in the wilderness that the voice of God becomes clear. Think of Moses, think of Elijah, think of Jesus. The wilderness was not a punishment, it was a preparation. If you are in a season where your phone isn't ringing, where the invitations have stopped coming, where you feel misunderstood by your own family, rejoice. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but rejoice. It means you are being hidden by God for a specific purpose. He is hiding you from the enemy's radar while he upgrades your spiritual operating system. Before I tell you how to handle the Judas figures who will inevitably appear as you rise, I need you to understand something about your physical body during this shift. Many of you have been experiencing unexplained fatigue, ringing in the ears, or sudden changes in your diet. You might find that your body is rejecting heavy, processed foods. You might wake up consistently between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. This is not insomnia. This is the watchman's hour. The veil between the physical and the spiritual is thinnest at this time. If you wake up then, do not just toss and turn. Get up. Sit in the silence. Someone, somewhere, needs your prayer. Or perhaps God is trying to give you an idea that will change your financial future. Speaking of finances, let's talk about the resource shift. When you align with your purpose, resources must follow. It is a spiritual law. You cannot be sent on a mission without supplies. But here is the key. You must stop chasing money and start chasing the solution you were created to provide. Money is a byproduct of value. As a chosen one, you have a unique wisdom, a unique perspective that the world is starving for. Stop undervaluing your life experience. The things you have survived are your credentials. There is a book in you. There is a mentorship program in you. There is a business in you that solves a problem based on what you have overcome. Now about those Judas figures. As your light gets attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.